Before we start this video, thank you to the members of both of the channels. Hello everyone and welcome back to another 2026 review. Today we're going to be taking a look at a brand new motorized engine that I found in stores. So I paid only $10.99 for this ROSIE and troublesome truck. So without further ado, let's just get started on this review here. So here's the back of the box. Really simple, just a whole lot of crappy words, really nothing creative. Everything's got to be made like globalized, so it's just really killing the tastefulness of the packaging, that's for sure. As you can see, wagon something something, that's not needed. The globalization of the brand and the packaging is always a disaster. It always hurts the brand and merchandise. But here we have the Thomas & Friends logo on the top left, available on YouTube Kids, brand new, motorized. So yeah, ROSIE and the troublesome truck. This is technically wave 2 of Motorized with Diesel, Emily, ROSIE, and the respective cargo. So I guess without further ado, before we talk about the engine and rolling stock, let's get this release out of the packaging. I will be returning these to the store for a full refund. So I really should try and not rip the packaging here. Why will I be returning it? Well, the motorized engines do not work. They don't perform well. And if I had any 2026 track, you would see that, yes, they don't go up hills. They are very weak. They're slow. But we already know this. I've made countless videos on it. Hopefully I can get this open without having to make a cut. Sometimes it works. Sometimes it doesn't. Oh, there we go. Okay, so ROSIE's out. And the troublesome truck is out. There we go. Let's put that in the background there. Save that for the return. I did save the receipt. So we'll be returning these guys for my full refund after these videos and content is made. So I guess we'll start with the troublesome truck. So here we have the brand new troublesome truck face. This will also be seen in the die-cast line with a diesel 2-pack. That is out in Malaysia right now, apparently. The Thomas and Birdie 2-pack, the diesel and troublesome truck 2-pack, and die-cast Emily are just about available over there in Malaysia, online at least, for ordering. But big problem I have with this rolling stock is, first off, there's no cargo, ever. There's no co-load, there's no ballast, there's no stones, there's no, at least, lazy reused brown crates. There could be flour loads, there could be something put in here. Something to have any sort of creativity with these releases. But Mattel is lazy, and they release troublesome trucks with no cargo. It's quite pathetic. So this is just a normal red troublesome truck. Really nothing special. The same basic detailing. I really don't like these holes in the truck either. It's on every single wagon. It just looks really cheap. I don't know why they couldn't have just like plugged them in. So overall, the truck at best is like a 4 out of 10 at best. The face is a nice change. I like that the truck's face is clearly mischievous, laughing like it just caused some trouble. So at best, this is a 4 out of 10 at best. Taking a look at ROSIE now, we have the magnet. Taking a look at the back, we have no painted buffers, no painted lamp. At least we did get a lamp though. A nice co-load. The co-load's nice. We do have her NWR lettering. Now, I might make a cut here and bring in die-cast ROSIE just for a quick comparison. So I am back, and here's the die-cast ROSIE. Now, my biggest problem with some of these toys are that their counterparts in Motorized compared to die-cast is missing a lot of simple detailing. Apparently, there was like a prototype ROSIE at Toy Fair for the metal line, and it had boiler stripes. It had a, I guess, running board lining underneath her tanks. And as you can see, Motorized ROSIE has boiler stripes, has gold stripe lining underneath her tank, and she has a lining on her piston, and she has front cab windows and a whistle on the sticker. And die-cast ROSIE has none of that. Motorized ROSIE makes die-cast ROSIE look like an utter joke. Not to mention the lamp on Motorized ROSIE is actually properly painted, and outlined out, etc. Whereas on diecast, it's pretty lazy. So if Mattel is going to continue with the diecast engines being the forefront and focus of Thomas merchandise, they've got to step up their game. Because I know this is only a $5 toy, but if you're a parent or you're a kid, and you're looking at the motorized Rosie to the diecast Rosie, if I'm a kid, I'm pissed off because I want this level of care and effort put into the diecast engines. You know, all of this is metal, which is nice, but where's the detailing? Completely empty on top. I have a feeling most people are going to grow to disdain some of these diecast engines because the detailing is non-existent. I feel like that's how we're going to feel about the brand new Rheneas. He's very plain. Just a very plain diecast engine. Not a whole lot of detailing here at all. Just very bland. Lack of coloring. Whereas in Motorized, we have wonderful stripes and lining and front cap window and a whistle and the gold stripes, gold lining, etc. Like, it's just so much better. But anyways, here is Rosie's face. Let's see, which looks better here? Diecast or Motorized? What do we think? I think it's pretty much a wash. It's pretty even. They both look pretty good. But, you know, for example, I think Motorized Gordon's face is better than diecast Gordon's face. So I digress. But the push to start button. I love the idea of the buttons and the magnets. It's just that Mattel failed the execution on them. Rosie does have these physical handrails, but the cab, physical lining, you can kind of feel it. So that's nice. I'm not sure if this is a sticker or if this is like just very poorly done printing. But it feels rough to the touch. That might be not a factory error, but that's just like a lack of quality or something. It's rough to the touch. And as you can see on this side, we've got some smearing. So again, you know, pretty crappy quality control. Not the best. But anyways, I think we get the picture with this brand new Rosie. I think definitely much better than diecast Rosie, but that's also not saying much because this Rosie has like no effort into detailing or any coloring. I really don't like the ugly mold line through the front of her front buffer beam. I think that's very ugly. But, you know, for a $10 motorized toy, is it passable? I don't think so because we've only talked about the looks. We're about to get into the performance of this thing. But guys, let's get a battery in Rosie here. And then we will start the review. I've got a mini Tomy layout set up. I don't have any 2026 track anymore because I sold all of it or returned all of it for a full refund. So I'm not trying to lose a single cent on this brand new merchandise. Let's be real. So this goes this way. So at least she works. At least we didn't get that, that sort of problem. All right. So without further ado, let's get down onto the layout and test out the brand new Rosie, and let's take a look at her pulling power as well. As I mentioned on my live stream, I kind of just throw my brand new merchandise in a bin. I really don't care about these new items, these new engines, so they just sit in a bin. Whereas in my wooden railway, it gets very well taken care of. In my Tomy, it sits all nicely put away. But these guys, yeah, I really could care less. And we're going to be returning Motorized Rosie after this review. We also are taking a look at Motorized Diesel next, by the way. But so here's a little circuit here of Tomy track and destinations. We got Wellsworth Station here. Kind of a crappy station, if I'm going to be honest with you. But we've got the brand new Rosie. We've got her troublesome truck. We've got the yellow die-cast troublesome truck and then die-cast Toad in the back there. So without further ado, let's take the camera off the tripod here. I know it's just Tomy track, but even if this was normal track, these engines are not fast. They're very slow. And I know they're not meant to run on here. You just have to make sure everything's pushed down. But hopefully this makes you guys know whether or not you want to buy the brand new Rosie. I think if you are a fan of her die-cast release, then you definitely should buy the Motorized because she just looks better. And she is going to be a main character in the brand new reboot. As we know, she is replacing James in the main trio. So hopefully this, guys, convinces you. Hopefully this convinces you guys whether or not you want to buy her. Honestly, you know, Rosie is one of the better looking motorized engines. I think I was overhyping Percy a lot. I'm honestly really getting tired of that brand new Percy expression. I'm getting really sick of this Percy smile. I see it everywhere. It's all over every promo. Can we see a different expression out of this guy, please? Something. You know, I know they're trying to make everything congruent with, you know, each other and every, you know, piece of promotion and merchandise. I want everything to be the same, but I'm getting sick of this Percy face. I got to see something else. But, yeah, so I think Thomas, Rosie, and maybe Gordon are the best looking motorized engines. I don't know. James is definitely the ugliest. I'm not the biggest fan of Percy as much anymore. I think the different sizes between their faces, there's just a lot of inconsistencies with the brand new line, especially the die-cast engines. I really don't like how so many engines have different sizes of faces. I wish things were more consistent with tender sizes, face sizes, everything, especially with the tender engines and die-cast. Because I don't even have die-cast Gordon anymore because I think the brand new die-cast Gordon sucks, honestly. I think it's a very bad Gordon toy. Henry and James, I saw in stores, are not selling that well. There's a lot of leftover Thomases. I'll make a video on that very soon. I found these guys in stores finally. But yeah, here's the brand new Rosie. If I had, you know, 2026 track, we would see that they're very slow on hills. But this is their max speed. It's not very fast. It's not impressive. I know it's Tomy track, but it's flat track. Like, it doesn't matter if it's not meant for it. Like, it's still pretty slow. And here's the thing, you might argue, well, you shouldn't put the metal stuff with the motorized engines. Of course that's going to slow them down. Well, then why does everything have magnets? Because it's supposed to be compatible with one another. That's why, you know, I love the buttons, but the execution of them is very bad. They're very mushy. It's like a mushy keyboard. It's like an office keyboard. The button has got to be firmer and just click instantly. But this, you have to press down so hard on the brand new engines to get them to go. So I guess positives is the Rosie has really nice detailing, and I like the Troublesome Truck's brand new face. And this Rosie is much better than the diecast, but at the end of the day, it's the brand new motorized line. The performance is not good. You know, most people just have these guys on display. They don't actually use them. And if they do use them, it's for a video to trash on them. So it's kind of a shame. But, yeah, guys, let me know your thoughts on the brand new Rosie down below. Got this Rosie for $10.99 in stores. I will be returning it sooner or later when I am finished using it for videos. Because, you know, sooner or later, all these toys are going to be sitting in stores, not being purchased, because it's a brand new reboot. So many scalpers are buying everything. And so these guys are going to be very, very easy to find sooner or later, because you can always look on eBay. I'm just glad we're getting new Thomas merch, though, even though it's not the best. We have to wait and see the reboot. If the reboot's really good, I'll feel better about the toys. But if the reboot sucks, then it will make me care even less for the brand new toys, because then it's like an All Engines Go situation. If you didn't even watch All Engines Go, why would you care about their toys, you know? It just makes sense. Here's a pretty good shot there. Okay, guys, let me know your thoughts down below. Thank you for watching. We'll see you in the next Motorized review.